so, I'd like to invite, first of all, Fabian Hamilton MP, Member of Parliament for Leeds North East, and Chair of the All-Party Parliamentary Group for British Sikhs, and our host for this evening. Fabian.
Thank you very much, Philip, and thank you for being our Master of Ceremonies this evening. Before I start, I wonder whether I can encourage people here sitting at the back, all our guests, to sit round the table. Just makes it a little friendlier and more intimate. Please come and take a seat. I think people often think that these seats are reserved for members of Parliament, but you're our guests here today. Hello. Great. Well, good evening and sat sri akal. And let me say shalom as well. It's very nice to see so many people here this evening for the launch of the British Sikh Report, an insight into the British Sikh community. And I'm very delighted. We've got Stephen Timms here. We've got, I know Fiona McTaggart has had to leave. We've got Chris Wright here. We've had Mark Pritchard has popped in. I think he's had to go, and Pat McFadden from Wolverhampton. We've had a few of our members join us. I'm afraid some have had to go off a little bit early, but welcome to our members. Welcome to all of you. It's a pleasure and a privilege to see you here in the Boothroyd Room in Portcullis House. Now, in 2010, I was asked by my local Gurdwara to try and get the all-party parliamentary group for British Sikhs going again. And as you will know, Rob Maris, the previous MP for Wolverhampton, I'm not sure whether it's South East or North East, was the chair of this group in the last Parliament and the founder of the all-party parliamentary group. Now, we've had a little bit of controversy over all-party parliamentary groups these last few days. And in spite of that, all of you have come this evening. I'm absolutely delighted. You know, these APPGs are very, very important because they allow members of Parliament of all parties and of both houses to get together to celebrate or to learn about different issues and subjects that they don't have time to deal with in the normal course of parliamentary business. And that's why I think it's really important. These groups are not about money, not about cash for questions, they're about interests. And the reason we've got so many MPs of all parties as members of this all-party parliamentary group is because they represent a large number of people from the Sikh community. And that is a good thing. So I'm absolutely delighted that I was elected chair at that meeting in 2010, that I remain the chair of this group. I am not a Sikh myself, though I'm trying very hard, and I do have a turban. But nonetheless, what is important is that we, as the people of this country and the parliamentary representatives of all of you, bring people together, that we unite people, that we represent everybody, and everybody's interests are taken into account in the work that we do as members of Parliament here in our national Parliament, our national talking shop. I was delighted when Jazz and Param asked me to come along today and help launch this and to host this event. It's called An Insight into the British Sikh Community. And it is, of course, the first report. I think I'm correct in saying that. The first report of its kind. And as you will see, it's full of statistics, it's full of information, but it's also got some very solid recommendations. One of them, which chimes in with the work that I'm doing as a member of our International Development Select Committee, of which Chris Wright is also a member, is on gender equality. And nothing can be more important than gender equality in our society. And it's the work we're doing on the Select Committee is about the importance of gender equality in the developing world too. Gender equality not just in the UK and the rest of Europe, but in India and in other parts of the world, much poorer parts of the world. We know from the evidence that we've heard, Chris, that where there is greater equality between the sexes, so there is greater social harmony and greater prosperity. And so I'm delighted that is just one of the issues that you've raised in your report. My final thought on the report, though, because I know you've got a lot of speakers this evening, is this. That this is the first, and it's a very, very good start. And I'm sure you will agree it's a start. And I hope this report grows and expands over the years, and that each year, I don't know if it's your intention to do one every year, because I guess there was an awful lot of work went into this, that you expand your horizons and you spread the questionnaires to a wider and wider audience throughout Great Britain. There are many Sikhs, Chris tells me, 5,000 people from the Sikh community in Leamington Spa, one of Britain's most beautiful towns. There are about 8,000 in my own constituency in northeast Leeds, and many more thousand beside living in the Leeds and Bradford area. The Sikh community covers every part of Great Britain, Scotland, of course, and Northern Ireland. And we should be very proud of that. So I hope that the report goes from strength to strength, that its base widens and widens, that you take in, obviously, as you will have done, I know, the Sikh Federation, the Sikh Council, Sikh parliamentarians, and let's hope there'll be more of them. I know that's one of your recommendations, and we will do our best to encourage and help you there. I've overstayed my time, I think, so thank you very much for coming today. It is a pleasure and a privilege to see you, and I wish you well, and I wish this report every success in the future. Thank you.